Hi there, Dean Hansen here again. I'm actually really pissed right now because I did a whole 10-minute segment and went to listen to it and the audio was all messed up. Couldn't hear what I was saying, it was all screwed up. So I gotta start over, redo the whole thing, so I'm in a bad mood. Anyway, this is day 45 of my 45-day meatless experiment. And it is April 7th, 2013. And yeah, it's the last day. I can't eat meat today, but I can tomorrow if I want to. Basically, I was going to talk about quite a few things. I actually made notes for the first time ever because I kind of wanted to actually not leave anything out on the final update. The diet was really easy except for the last week. I don't know if it was a mental thing in my mind or whatever, but the last week of this diet I've wanted meat like crazy. Not red meats or anything, but you know, like chicken and stuff. We went to this really good Chinese restaurant, the Red Corner, right by my house, me and Connor, and ordered it to go and brought it home, and he had this really nice chicken. It smelled so good, and then I got this tofu thing that was just disgusting. Usually when I order something, it's usually good, but whatever that was, I'll never order it again, and it was gross as hell. And I wanted to eat his so bad. I was like, oh my god. So I sat there and ate rice, and then I was like still hungry and just raided the fridge, spent like $18 on Chinese, and I'm eating cereal, you know. So that sucked. That was just a few days ago, and that was brutal. But usually, for the most part, the diet was easy. Basically, I am going to eat meat again, but I'm going to eat a lot less meat than I ever have before. I'm going to kind of do the whole weekday veg thing, like the video my brother posted on one of my videos. It's a TED Talk about a guy who talks about how eating a lot of meat's, you know, A, not healthy for you, B, not good for the environment, C, not ethical for animals, so why do we eat so much? And long story short, he's kind of like only eats meat occasionally, kind of more like a treat. And basically he just won't eat it until the weekend. If he goes out with his friends on the weekend, it's okay to eat a little meat here and there, but the quality of meat I will eat, I won't eat, you know, your KFC chicken or whatever, because, I mean, unless it was really rare circumstance, because that's like, you know, the really low quality meat, the chicken that has been, you know, pumped with lots of steroids. They go from baby chick to full grown, and like a fourth or an eighth of the time that it's natural, they can't even walk, you know, they just roll around. And they got so many antibiotics and steroids in them that it's just not healthy to eat that way. So basically, I will eat meat again, but it's going to be occasionally, and it's going to be higher quality meats. One reason I'm going back to meat and not just sticking to vegetarian is because a lot of the fake meat that you buy if you are vegetarian, the primary ingredient in that is textured vegetable protein. And textured vegetable protein is a highly processed pseudo food, you know. It's good, it's high in fiber and protein, but it's really processed. I don't think it's good for you at all. And so to me it seems more natural to just stick to natural, good quality meats in smaller amounts than to replace that with something that might be more ethically correct, but not necessarily more healthy. So I still probably will eat a little textured vegetable protein as well, I'm not going to replace all my meat with it. One of the main reasons I am going to cut my meat way down is because I actually had my blood work done. I should have had my blood work done before and after the project, but the reason I had my blood work done was just happened to be a coincidence that our work is enforcing us to participate in this PACE wellness program to get discounts on our insurance, and so it's kind of forced upon me. But when I did do it, I realized that my cholesterol levels are at really healthy levels, and that is primarily because I don't eat meat. And and that's a good thing. And my blood pressure was really healthy too. My triglycerides were still a little high because that's your like fatty, your cakes and all the junk food that I love. So my triglycerides were still a little high, but and then I'm losing weight as well. So that's the reason I'm going to avoid the meat as much as I can, is it's kind of in the numbers. Yeah, like my cholesterol is supposed to be below 100 is healthy, and I'm at a 71. My overall is below 200 for your overall ratio between good and bad. You want that below 200, and I'm at 144. So, I talked to the pace guy, and he said, yeah, it's pretty rare to be, 50 pounds overweight and have really good cholesterol and really good blood pressure. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to. I did this video a lot faster than the other one because it's the second take, and maybe this audio is still going to be screwed up and I have to do a third take, and by then I'll just be a raging asshole. Let's go to the weight though. I started at 236.8 was the official start weight 45 days ago. And when I weighed this morning, I was at 227.6, which if you do the math is 9.2 pounds of weight loss, almost 10 pounds of weight loss just by cutting out meat. And that's pretty impressive. That's about the same as being on like a diet, not a diet where you're, not an extreme diet where you're losing fast, but like a basic diet, you're trying to lose about 5 to 10 pounds a month. This is 45 days, so at that rate I wouldn't lose weight significantly fast, but it gets my numbers in a more healthy range and I start losing weight. It seems like a good idea to avoid meat, kind of treat it more like cake or ice cream, treat it like something you shouldn't just have with every meal in large portions. And I think that's everything I had to say. So 9.1 pounds or 9.2 pounds of total weight loss, and I feel fine. That last week was kind of brutal. I don't know why, but I really think it was a mental thing. Like I knew I was coming to the end, and so I started looking at meat again. Started thinking like, what am I gonna eat when I'm done? And whereas when you're only 10 days into it, you just know you can't eat anything, and you don't even think about it. So. Definitely I'll be eating a lot more meat on like vacations and stuff. When I went to Wendover with my buddy, and that was brutal. There was nothing to eat out there that's not meat. I had a cheese omelet for dinner, and that was really not satisfying. And the next day I had French toast for dinner, and it's like, come on, have some. I wish restaurants had more vegetarian options, but they just don't. People just want to eat really unhealthy, so they cater to that. So anyway, I think that's the whole thing. Day 45, I'm done. Tomorrow I'll probably have like I'm gonna eat higher quality meats now, so I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I might not even eat meat tomorrow. But I can, so I probably will just to do it. But one of my favorite meals of all time is Cafe Rio's chicken salad. And I think that'd be a good thing to eat because their chicken is good and their salad is good. It's salad. So I think that would be a good way to start back into it, is to eat one of my favorite meals that is good for you. So, all right, I'm done. See you guys later.